Yes, Ed, that's a nice way to start this afternoon with all those handshakes taking place. Petr Cech made his Chelsea debut against Manchester United back in 2004. It's his 9th season here now. David De Gea still in goal for United, though Anders Lindegaard is fit again and on the bench.
Ashley Young comes into the game today. He's been out for a while, and it's a real sign of intent for Manchester United. The width that he'll give and the pace out there should trouble Chelsea.
The curve, but the other is involved here. And Rooney and Van Persie hits the post. The ball ends up in the back of the net, and Manchester United have drawn first blood after 3 minutes. To pay back and hit, I think, David Luiz on its way across the line.
It's fantastic play, great build-up play for Manchester United. We said Van Persie looks sharp.
It's a good break by Rafael, and here's Valencia. Fires it low, Van Persie, 2-0! In the 12th minute. And unlike in February, this time it's Manchester United who have made the turbo-charged start to this high-profile fixture. But he's done it! And Chelsea are back in business. So close to half-time. Another goal. Oscar. And a wonderful header by Ramirez. And Chelsea have drawn level. It looked as though the chance might have gone, but Chelsea kept that attack alive, and they've certainly kept the game alive. Chelsea 2.
Cleverly come off, he's put a good shift in fairness to Cleverly. But I think this is a signal of intent that Sir Alex is going off to go and get the 3 points now. And I think it'll be Chelsea's.
Here's Van Persie. And Cech. Oh! Somehow caught it back. Rafael! But Hernandez on the spot does what he does so well. And it's Chelsea 2, Manchester United 3.
Oh, there's a hint of inevitability about it. That man was so unlucky. He made a great save, cleared it off the line, and
here comes Rafael. Well, Chelsea have lost for the first time in the Premier League. Javier Hernandez got the winner from an offside position. Chelsea were down to 9 men. Mark Clattenburg sending off Ivanovic, a clear-cut decision.
The FA Cup, what a fantastic competition, and what a fabulous match to launch the third round. Ruud van Nistelrooy, whose 2 goals after coming on as substitute have given Manchester United a memorable victory.
Selection here of Alex Ferguson is out go Andy Cole, Dwight York and Ryan Giggs. One suspects they're being rested for next Wednesday's trip to Turin for the European Cup semi-final second leg against Juventus. Only as far as Beckham. It's Manchester United's turn to attack. Sheringham. Beckham! First blood to Manchester United! David Beckham breaks the deadlock after 16 minutes. Talk about a handy substitute to come on here for Manchester United. It's Ryan Giggs. Similar story for Arsenal about to happen. Bergkamp. He's got some space. He scored the equalising goal, and Arsenal are right back in the FA Cup. Giggs. Great run here by Ryan Giggs. Oh, what a goal! Would you believe it? Ryan Giggs could have taken Manchester United to Wembley. Only 10 men, and just as he did a week ago against Juventus, Giggs strikes after 109 minutes of football. Some fans are on the pitch, and they think it's all over. But it ain't over by a long, long way yet. Arsenal will have plenty to say about this. What a run by Giggs. It's one of the goals of his career. He's scored 76 goals now for Manchester United on May the 22nd. And it's there. They're going to play Newcastle United. United are back at Wembley in the most bizarre circumstances, the most unlikely circumstances. And Ryan Giggs has scored one of the goals of his career to send 10-man Manchester United through on a memorable night at Villa Park. It's Arsenal 1, Manchester United 2.
So Roy Keane leads out Manchester United, who really 2 years ago weren't even in the FA Cup. They were in Brazil, and last year got beaten by West Ham at Old Trafford when the scorer was Paulo Di Canio. And I think we ought to just, well, as you've said, there's a change in goal for Manchester United. Roy Carroll, who incidentally played here in the league in August, again deputises for Barthez. Ryan Giggs still out. Van Nistelrooy fit enough only to sit on the bench. And only the second game David Beckham has started in the last 9.
Some things stay the same. United top again, but they're also the team against whom Villa have struggled most over those 20 years. Benteke absolutely purring up there. He's buzzing with confidence, and there's Weimann! How about that for a goal?
Well, what a finish to the first half.
Back from 2 down to 2-2. Here's Ireland. Now Agbon Lahore, great chance here if he gets his shot away. It's in! They're looking for offside, but Weimann gets his second and Villa's second, and we could have a huge upset on the cards here.
Well, what a start to the second half.
Well, here's Scholes again, a floater, and Hernandez onto it. Hernandez! United back in it. The substitute has halved the deficit here.
Well, as soon as they're slightly out of their shape and a little bit more stretched, it's just a great little run.
Oh, Rooney popping up more centrally here and linking well with Raphael. Oh, and look at that, Hernandez! 2-2!
Well, that's what you call a great substitution, isn't it? I wasn't sure how he was going to work for Manchester United in the second half, but he's got 2 goals.
And Percy to deliver this free kick. 3 minutes left. Oh, and a chance here! It's Hernandez! United once again, the comeback kings at Villa Park. Irrepressible, irresistible. That's it. Once again, never say never with Manchester United. From 2 down.
Marcello Lippi believes Manchester United may be a more dangerous team away from Old Trafford. But no team in Europe poses a greater danger at home than Juventus. They have a 100% record at the Stadio della Alpi in this season's competition. Ferrara got on early, it was just poised off the ball by Forlan, advantage played. Forlan is hurt. As Diego Forlan departs from the stretcher, Manchester United's plans to rest Roy Keane have already momentarily. Verona's got beyond Zambrotta, no free kick. Ryan Giggs, 1-0. Dream start for Manchester United. Ryan Giggs from the substitutes bench gives them the lead in 15 minutes. By Giggs, his first touch was a little heavy, but he can go on. He's raced away from Ferrara and from Montero. It's Ryan Giggs. It's a truly brilliant goal. The type that only Ryan Giggs can score.
And what will that do for him? Saying tonight, possible confidence down, things haven't been quite going his way. That is vintage Giggs. 2 goals coming off the bench.
Neville's cross just too long for Van Nistelrooy, but Tudor turns it against the post, and Van Nistelrooy turns it in. Manchester United lead by 3-0 against Juventus in Turin, and Ruud van Nistelrooy has just eaten. It is a truly breathtaking result for Manchester United. An evening when they came initially without some of their star players, although 2 came from the bench, Ryan Giggs and Ruud van Nistelrooy, to share the 3 goals by which...
There are some big guns on the bench for Manchester United, with Owen, Nani, Carrick awaiting the call. City's resources are stretched, so 2 19-year-olds are on the bench. Vladimir Weiss, who's attracting a big reputation in his native Slovakia, and 19-year-old striker David Ball, the only local lad in City's matchday squad. With Rooney.
Yeah, Richardson too, just exchanging words, they've switched off here.
Rooney, and still, and what a start for Manchester United! 2 minutes in, City switched off and left Evra free, and Wayne Rooney on the mark already. Tevez not giving up on it, and why not? And Foster left grappling for it, it's Gareth Barry! And the sheer persistence of Carlos Tevez manages to forage an equaliser against his old club. The scorer is Gareth Barry with his first goal for City, but Tevez takes a huge slice of credit.
Well, it's an absolute gift because Ben Foster...
Giggs with the ball in, Fletcher! Manchester United are back in front. They've started the second half as well as they started the first. Here's Bellamy. Putting inside O'Shane, getting his shot away, and what a stunner! That is an absolutely fantastic goal from Bellamy, and City have responded again.
Wow, what a football match we've got here. And what a strike from Craig Bellamy. Ben Foster.
Well, can Michael Owen now test the Irish international goalkeeper? Owen, who's
himself some room.
And it's in! Darren Fletcher has done it again! And for the third time, Manchester United lead in the derby, and this time, have they done enough?
Well, you keep conceding free kicks and corners.
Rio Ferdinand. Always giving it away casually, and Bellamy looks to get away from Ferdinand here. Craig Bellamy has done it! A dreadful error from Rio Ferdinand, and Craig Bellamy pounces again, and City may well have snatched a point after all.
Well, that is absolutely incredible. An England international trying a little lazy flick in that kind of position with a minute.
Still we play on. Rooney. Up towards Ferdinand, cleared away as far as Ryan Giggs, who's placed one for Michael Owen! Oh, this is incredible! Beyond any time, Michael Owen with his first Old Trafford goal for Manchester United makes the place erupt, and Mark Hughes is raging. They're appealing for the whistle, and there it is! The conclusion of one of the most incredible Manchester derbies of all time. There's a cursory handshake between the two managers, but Mark Hughes raging that time was allowed for Michael Owen to come up and score a dramatic winner. 3 times City came from behind. Manchester United 4, Manchester City 3.
And a very good afternoon to you all on this historic Wembley day. The last FA Cup final of the 20th century, and fittingly two of English football's most famous clubs are disputing this, the 71st final to be staged at this celebrated arena. Anyway, as he introduces Prince Charles to the United team today, David Beckham there, he's bound to be a key man, and Phil Neville, who's come in for Dennis Irwin out through suspension. And what a moment there for Peter Schmeichel.
And it'll be very interesting when Teddy Sheringham comes on to see how they will then line up. I presume that Solskjaer will go and play out on the right-hand side, or go and play on the left-hand side of midfield where he has played before, and then they can move Beckham in.
Double. No one has ever done it before. Andy Cole, good play by him. Here's Sheringham. That was neatly done too, and it's Scholes sliding it on to Sheringham. Oh, what an entrance from Teddy Sheringham. He's only been on the field a couple of minutes. That is some impact.
Well, Sheringham started it, Andy finished it, and it was a tremendous move.
Defensive metal. Not the best of clearances, though. He's put his teammates in trouble. That's Sheringham to score! An aberration by Dabizas, and it's gifted a second goal to United. Scores! This season has been for Manchester United. It's 2 down and 1 to go. United chasing a unique treble at home and in Europe have completed the League and Cup double for the 3rd time. The first team ever to do so. First in '94, then '96. And now in the last FA Cup final of the 20th century, they have added success here at Wembley to the league title. The celebrations are underway.
They built a reputation on a history of triumph.
No Italian team in this year's final, so for the first time in 8 years, a chance for an Italian referee. He's Pierluigi Collina. Remember, no result in 90 minutes, and the golden goal rule prevails, preferable maybe to penalties against the Germans. Well, a lot of water has passed under Peter Schmeichel's bridge since his headline error in Munich. A lot of champagne will pass his lips tonight if he is the man to lift the European Cup. Centre, Youngster's got some catching up to do. Bumps Carlson Yanker on the edge of the box and concedes a free kick on the edge of the box. It's Basler. Oh, deflected and in! First blood to Bayern Munich. Mario Basler with a little over 5 minutes gone. And Manchester United as that. Teddy Sheringham, who has played in 8 of the 10 games since his recall for the FA Cup semi-final, is on in the Solskjaer, who almost had to sacrifice himself wide on the right-hand side at Wembley on Saturday. Now, has he got York cleared? Giggs with a shot. Sheringham! Name on the trophy. Beckham into Sheringham, and Solskjaer has won it! Manchester United have reached the promised land. Ole Solskjaer, the two substitutes, have scored the 2 goals in stoppage time, and the treble looms large. History is made. Manchester United are the champions of Europe again, and nobody will ever win a European Cup final more dramatically than this. Champions of Europe, champions of England, winners of the FA Cup, everything their hearts desired. Down and out, not a bit of it, they are never out.
Manchester United and Real Madrid look to write another chapter in the history of the European Cup. David Beckham surprisingly left out for this one by Sir Alex Ferguson. Manchester United make 3 changes from the first leg, 2 in force because Gary Neville and Paul Scholes are suspended. A shuffle in defence to accommodate O'Shea. Veron is back, having overcome injury problems. And a third alteration sees Solskjaer preferred to Beckham. Remains the subject of much speculation about his future. Real are without Raul, who scored 2 in the first leg, who then succumbed to a bout of appendicitis. There's a recall for Guti, who's adapted well to an attacking role in the past. Steve McManaman is also back, having tormented United in his time in England with Liverpool. He is preferred to Flavio Conceição. Zidane. Ronaldo on the move. It's Ronaldo. Oh, it's a stunner. From one end of the pitch to the other. And Manchester United's job has just got a whole lot tougher. Giggs. Solskjaer. And Van Nistelrooy pounces. A lifeline for Manchester United just before half-time. The Real have had to apply a bit of pressure at the start of the second half. Roberto Carlos, Ronaldo, and that surely now is game over. It's a second for Ronaldo. Solskjaer, Veron, it's gone in, it's an own goal. Helguera pulling that beyond the reach of Casillas. Figo. Ronaldo. Oh, that's sensational. What a goal by Ronaldo, and what a goal to complete the hat-trick. It is time for change. It's going to be David Beckham who comes on for Manchester United. It's Beckham, and that is magnificent. No time for celebration. It is the holders, Real Madrid, who go through into the semi-finals of this season's UEFA Champions League. Zidane makes up for the disappointment of losing out with Juventus at Old Trafford back in 1999 when Manchester United went on to win the trophy, but their name won't be going on the trophy this time around. It's finished Manchester United 4, Real Madrid 3.
Ryan Giggs still out, Van Nistelrooy fit enough only to sit on the bench, and only the second game David Beckham has started in the last 9. Dwight York is also out, by the way, with a calf strain. So the question here, Trevor, is who helps Solskjaer up front?
Good question. Not too many options at the moment available. I think mission contact.
No, I'm not going to argue with referee Pole on that. This is Hendry. Oh, and Taylor's through for Villa, and they've scored. Aston Villa take the lead. Ian Taylor makes the forward run and goes to the Villa supporters, of which he is one and always has been.
Because they've started the second half so well.
Here we go again with Taylor. Oh, it's going to be an own goal. It's going to be an own goal by Philip Neville. It's 2-0. 2 in 2 minutes. Oh dear, what a calamity for Phil Neville and Manchester United. Van Nistelrooy, 20 goals this season, 12 in his last 11 games, 7 in consecutive games for him. Comes on now. And that was well taken by Solskjaer. He's away from Mjolberg. And it's a goal. Yeah, they have got one back. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. In on Schmeichel's legs, I think, but it's Beckham on the far side. Van Nistelrooy waits. Van Nistelrooy! Oh, yes, it's 2-2. Oh, Manchester United again coming from behind. Van Nistelrooy having come on as a substitute. Oh, there are people on the pitch. Scholes. Oh, it's Van Nistelrooy again. Can you believe this? You've got to believe it. It's 3-2 Manchester United. Another fantastic comeback. And another incredible FA Cup time. The FA Cup, what a fantastic competition. And what a fabulous match to launch the third round. Ruud van Nistelrooy, whose 2 goals after coming on as substitute have given Manchester United a memorable victory.